Gather round, hunters, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, Orion Pirates Plus Mod. I am Admiral Tirak of the battleship Killing Song, and a brand new, recently purchased heavy battlecruiser, the Warclaw. The Warclaw just so happens to be our first XCA that we managed to purchase, but since we're currently flying a battleship, I have no intention of transferring my flag at this time. When I find a BBMX or BBXM, depending on which one they actually have, if it's actually in this game, we will be attempting to transfer our flag to that. But until then, we're picking up X-type cruisers as supporting vessels. Yeah, since they have a hilarious amount of firepower, the Warclaw has more MIRVs than we do. It's kind of hilarious. Anyway, we are continuing the war of kicking major butt against the Lyran Star Empire as the Mirek Star Kingdom, and we have taken the planet here at 2-2. There should be another Lyran planet right over here. The map resets every single time you come back into the game, so you don't see what's there, but I do believe there is one at 4-2, and that will be the next target that we go for. We did have quite the mission, and we are still topped off, ready to go. Let's check this guy. We're down to 1,000 prestige, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful about this. Type 4s, medium, 360 prestige to reload you. Holy crap. Wow. He's only got 120 missiles, though. Why does it cost more? I suppose he was starting from a lower rating. We'll try and just keep him at that level from now on. We will probably never touch this again, because that was expensive. We'll top you off on admin shuttles, just because. And we'll give you 12 spare parts, because you might make use of them. I'm tempted not to give you mines, because, you know, you'll probably use them in a way that I won't like. Seriously, he'll probably end up, like, dumping them in front of me. Anyway, let's put out into space, let's get cracking, and let's get kicking some butt. Another... A surprise reversed. Mandatory assault mission. Yeah, thank you for that command. They keep interrupting us in the middle of trying to, you know, win the war. Hit the red alert, and there it is. There be the Warclaw. Cute little ship. Look at the little cat ears. Oh, is that not adorable? Yes, I am calling a giant starship of death and destruction adorable. Look at it. It's got cat ears. You cannot deny that's what those are. The texture could use a little work, but it's got cat ears. Us being much, much larger. He probably has better acceleration. Is he not speeding up at all? What's going on here? I have no idea. Let's focus on the target. How did you... We are traveling at normal speed. What? But your missiles can't hit from this range. Like, oh, maybe him. No, you're out of range of everything. Why are you engaging already? I don't quite understand it. We'll pick up speed to normal cruising speed, but things seem to be a bit weird. But look at that salvo. Let's take a look at the systems that he has on board. He has 6 MIRV launchers. That is 36 missiles that he puts out right in your face. 36. Just from these 2 batteries alone. In addition to that, he then carries another 4 B-racks, the extended magazine ones. So in total, he's spitting out salvos of 40 missiles. Now, technically, what he's actually spitting out is salvos of 10, because the MIRV splits the missile into 1/6. But 40 shots you have to shoot down to deal with it. Compared to us, we are carrying 2 MIRVs, and clear the lower corner of my screen, another 10. So we have 12 missiles that we put out. He puts out almost as many missiles, but many, many times more actual, you know, projectiles that need to get shot down. I am just impressed. Now, I would be interested to see which one would actually do better at murdering things. I think we would do a better job, because he does not have time on his side. Because his magazine is only a V-type magazine. The V-type magazine will carry 10, 11 reload, so 11 shots in total, compared to our B-rack magazines, which carry significantly more than that. Seriously, you're fighting from this kind of range? I've grown so used to, like, not carrying, like, extra people. Yeah, your missiles died out before they reached there, didn't they? I've gotten so used to not, you know, bringing along whole salvos of friendly ships that it gets a little bit weird. Viking Glory is the first target on our list. We're just going to fly up onto him and hit him with disruptor fire. That's my plan. And if the disruptors don't do the trick, we'll switch over real quick to the phasers and try and annihilate him that way. Never mind, it looks like Viking Glory is about to get everything that the Warclaw can possibly spare them. So we will go after DW3. Because there's no way he survives this. This is 10 missiles that is going to hit him. So 10 times 24, 240 damage. Yeah, that'll be more than enough to murder him. Let's swoop in on this guy. He's completely dead. Disruptors didn't do the trick. Phasers did. We're going to try and save ammunition. There's really no reason not to. I mean, he's going to regenerate missiles every so often, I guess. And we, on the other hand, do need to save our weaponry. So we'll let him go do his thing. What other weapons is he carrying? He's got 4 forward phaser X's, 6 disruptors. He does have Gatling phasers, which are pretty nice, but it's a very light Gatling phaser armament. He's got 2 more phaser X's here. I would assume those are 360-degree firers. Phasers. Thank you. 2 more targets behind us. Rear firing disruptor. It's a lot of missiles he can put out. Well, actually, the more that I think about it, the more that I realize just it's a very cool ship idea. The concept is fantastic, and it probably can overwhelm pretty much any defensive system I can think of. But, 1, he doesn't last long. He only lasts 11 rounds, which means he's got to kill you quick. And 2, he's actually only putting out kind of battlecruiser level firing, which I suppose makes sense. He is an X-type cruiser. But, yeah, because he's only hitting with 10 missiles, technically. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I am pretty happy that we're in a battleship, just because I think it'll be more useful in the long run. We can stay out here longer. We can deal more damage. It's only 48 more damage, but you know, every little bit is some good. Heavy cruiser, freighter, and a frigate. Today supporting us is Chime, who is a what now? NCF. New fast cruiser. Cool. So a new fast cruiser, X-type upgrade. He only carries 3 missile launchers. It's really weird to see the fast cruiser concept for the Marak, because normally fast cruisers, they take the number of heavy weapons and they reduce them so they can put that energy into like speed and motion. It's why the X-type fast cruiser has just normal photon torpedoes compared to the speaking specifically about the Federation X-type fast cruiser, it has normal photon torpedoes as opposed to heavy photon torpedoes, because heavy photon torpedoes are basically twice the power budget. So it has the same number of photon torpedoes as the Federation's X-type cruiser, but it has half the power requirement. But that kind of breaks down when you start talking about fast cruisers for the Marak, because missiles don't take power. Like, we always have energy to deal with them because we don't use energy for our main weapon. So why would you design a fast cruiser that didn't have... Just buff the shields up here before we get shot. Why would you design a fast cruiser that didn't have additional missile launchers? It just doesn't really make sense to me. Now, I could understand if we got like an armored cruiser concept where we had less heavy weapons but we had more armor on board for the size of ship, but not as it's currently set up. Looks like this is a PF tender. It's only a frigate though, so... Wow, trying to pound through did not work. How about now? Yeah, he's dead now. And you'll notice that we are saving our ammunition. Let's fire the MRFs. Let's get him to freak out a bit. And a C-Rack. Are you gonna drop speed? Yep, there he went. There's the Wild Weasel. Shattered that. Prepare for a full salvo. 2, 1. I'm hoping that this deactivates. Yep, it's deactivated. He's open fire. This is gonna kill him. Oh, I do love the massive failures. Oh, wow. Just, wow, what is that? He must have fired at one of the ships before the MIRV broke up. So another ship. Let's ready another salvo from the MIRVs. And another C-Rack to entice him. I wish the C-Racks had an extending magazine. If there were a version of the C-Rack with additional shots. Because that would be pretty cool. We're going to go in here. We're going to prep a additional couple of tractor beams. Because I don't really trust anything. That is overkill, mate. So we're going to get in nice and close to you. Break down your systems. We're not going to fire yet because we got mines to deal with. Okay. Yeah, we're going to use these to take over his defenses. Wow. Did that blow up on the thing just as it was popping? Kind of seems that way. Yeah, he's dead. There we go. And on to the shipyard. Now, it's very difficult to overwhelm the shipyard. As we have learned. I think he can hold our entire salvo, but I don't think he can stop the Warclaw. Just because the Warclaw puts out so much fire, it's frankly ridiculous. We'll set up just on a standard course towards him. Let our point defense systems do the work. We have 5 points of power into an additional tractor beam, so we shouldn't be taking hits at all. What the heck? Defensive tractors are on. Do they not function at higher speeds or something? I'm gonna start shooting things down on my own if you don't get to work. I think the point defense system has trouble dealing with enemy targets if we're traveling at higher than 7. Because that's really the only good explanation here. Because we have 5 defensive tractors active, and no damage to our tractor beam system. There should be no reason why we take any hits from these guys. Let's launch the missiles, get to work. And the C-Rack to draw out his... Well, actually no, there's no point in doing that because he can tractor beam every single thing we can throw at him. We're going to get right on top of him, and suddenly we're going to drop a lot of shots into him. We're getting quite close to him. But he will not be able to fire at us with his missiles if we're on top of him. Taking a little bit of damage. It's not great, but it's not exactly the end of the world either. I just don't really want to waste the firepower on this guy. Yeah, there's definitely a difference in whether or not the computer can take care of these incoming missiles if we are at an advanced time or not. That's a little disappointing, actually. So select you, and you. Blast a hole right through. Good. That went through no problem. Last shipyard. We'll make our target. This fast cruiser just kind of flailing around out there. Shooting down some missiles. Now he's firing at the life chime, because that'll work. Slow down in time so it can handle the missiles. Literally, that's what we've just done. We slowed down in time to shoot down the missiles. We still have missiles. That's actually kind of impressive at this point. If you're fighting the Klingons, I think a greater emphasis on destroyers might be a good idea. Because, you know, we would be able to make better use of the point defense systems. And everything we got. Blasting all right into him. Ooh, the disruptors have almost killed him. No need to beam people over. I wish I had something that would tell him not to do that. He has no tractor beam system left anymore. Oh, that was beautiful. It sparked right as it got to the shield and just slammed every single shot into it. Absolutely lovely. The shipyard is no more. 450 prestige, not bad, and no, the tile's not taken. But we are going to pop over here and see if we can't grab this tile, because this will be a starbase right next to it. We hold this, we'll have a great advantage. Ready to rock. Hit that red alert, increase speed. We are escorted today by the Free Spirit. Yeah, man. Love, peace, and freedom. Sorry, but that's just what I think when I see a ship called the Free Spirit. Whole bunch of small freighters to deal with. We'll just go through and make sure that they are indeed small freighters. Yes, ooh, we have a single destroyer. It is an XDD. I saw it. There you are. Do not be fooled by the light cruiser designation. He's actually an XDD. We'll need to pick up speed to catch up to this group, but I'm not altogether overly concerned. We have finished charging the phasers. We may increase speed a little bit more, up to 77.5. And once we hit a range of 70-ish, we will begin our engagement. LDD. LXDD. So full-on X ship. We're starting to run into a lot of these. And there is the Lyran look, deploying his PFs. Lyran PFs, not nearly as good as Romulan PFs. There's the ESG Lance. It's basically, yeah, see LES. It's the same ESG icon, but it's got the L on it. It's basically an ESG that you project at somebody, so you don't have to ram into them. It's not particularly long-ranged, so there's still a little bit of a difficulty with that. But you take what you can get. 2 for you. 2 for you. 2 for you. And we'll give you the C's as well. Come on, recycle C-Rack. This is why I wish C-Racks were extended magazine types. Because we put out a lot of firepower. Wow, this destroyer is really putting the hurt down on the Free Spirit. Let's get on over there. I think I've dispatched missiles to all 4 freighters. Now they might try and shoot them down. They could get lucky and knock out a couple. There's really no reason to do that, man. Let's watch to see how our missiles do. Yes, I know this is probably a more interesting fight going on over here, but I want to know how the missiles do. Because they're frankly more important. Taking out these 4 freighters wins the mission. Taking out this guy, nothing. Although we haven't failed a convoy escort in a long time. Or not escort, but attack. The last convoy attack that we failed was the one that we had to fight as the Interstellar Concordium. Strong Jaw. So we've already taken out 1. Looks like this one's next. 2. Alright, let's see if we can't come in here, save the Free Spirit. Because it looks like the Strong Jaw is just absolutely manhandling him. Disruptors on tap. Alright, all enemy ships destroyed. Mission accomplished. Well, not all enemy ships. Take him out! Oh, wow. There goes the Free Spirit. I'm going to put a hole in you, see if I can't knock out your shuttle base while this monstrously huge salvo just comes in. Perfect. Well, okay, not perfect. The Strong Jaw is dead. Or, not the Strong Jaw, but the Free Spirit died. But it was a pirate ship, so do we really care? If a pirate ship dies in support of your mission, do you really care? Answer, not really. And tile taken. That'll help put pressure to continue the war against this target here. Kick on a mission. It's another convoy raid. So we are apparently doing major commerce war. Raid these Lyran planets. And we are in an interesting position. Oh, so sad. I feel so bad for you. Yeah, this freighter is obviously the defender. Ace of Spades is today's escort. He is a very defensive destroyer. He's a little tiny defense frigate designed to shoot down incoming missiles, serving the missile-slinging race against an FRL, which I assume is not anything powerful. We'll continue to increase speed as best we can. And we'll probably actually just maneuver directly off in this direction at this point. We will eventually get within range to fire things, so 82 over there, 103 back there. First shot at you. And the ARAC, we do need to get to a range of about 72. Because that's the maximum range of these missiles. If we invested heavily into missile technology, and we could, at the price of like doubling or tripling the cost of missiles, we could have a range all the way out to 96, I want to say? Or is it further than that? I think they travel at 34, so that would be 102. So, not bad. Oh, this freighter needs some lovin'. This freighter we've also passed in range of. This freighter we are in range of. And this freighter we just got in range of. I don't want to commit a VRAC to this. So we will instead go 2 missiles and a target over here. This is our target. Come on, cat ears. We have a more important target. He has cat ears on his... That makes me giggle a little bit. I know it seems so stupid, but come on. It's a little bit funny. Our devastatingly deadly cruiser, the most powerful cruiser type ship that we can come up with, it has cat ears. And we're the cat rays. It's funny. And if you don't think it's funny, well, you don't have your priorities straight. Why would you fire over there? I clearly already have it fully in stock. One freighter destroyed, and that was the one he opened fire on with his entire missile complement. Wow, this is your armament? Dude, why? Disruptor select. Forward shields down. He's dead. Wow. That is fun right there. Gonna come in at you now. See if you survive. He won't. I mean, I've never seen them been able to shoot down these missiles properly. But that is nice. We have generated basically our own starfield with that. With that alone. Mission complete. Minimal amount of effort spent. Although they were only defended by a single Q ship, and it wasn't even really a Q ship. Unless, you know, if that was a Q ship, that was one heck of a lightly armored one. 176 prestige, won't even cover the cost of the missiles, and we've neutralized the tile. We're going to pop. Shipyard assault. Let's end this one. Let's take this planet for our own. Romulan shipyards. Ooh boy. Hit the red alert. We've got a single freighter in target. We are escorted today by USS Permit. Hiya Permit. It's been a while. Which is the Kirov class, I think. Yeah, he's got the additional guided missile launcher. So the Permit, which is a Kirov class, and the Morris, which a space control ship, I want to say. Yeah, SCS, space control ship. This is the most powerful carrier the Federation can field. We've actually come and fought with these guys a couple of times. Like, together, not against. So, it's always nice to see the old Federation designs. FCR, you're a freighter. You're also a freighter. So, let us not waste time and get into the killing. Commence long-range bombardment. Increase speed to actual combat speed. And, reinforce the forward shielding. Actually, reinforce all of the shielding. We may as well. And let's get a C-Rack involved in this thing. C-Racks are out of ammunition. Okay, let's get an A-Rack involved in things. And a B-Rack. I mean, this will pretty much just guarantee that he will dump the Wild Weasel, but, you know, we work with what we've got. Really? The C-Rack is out of ammo? Can I move ammunition around on board the ship? I think that'd be I think that should be something we should be able to do. Transfer missiles from one bay to another. It does make me a little bit sad to know that carriers don't actually have different fighter groups. They're always on Hawks. They're always on the basic, first generation fighter that they can get. You have to admit, it's a little bit sad. This pass over him ought to be enough to kill him. The phasers should do the job. Okay, or he could do that. I'm going to let him do that because he invested a lot of firepower into this, and he deserves a win like that. There we go. And on to you. Disruptors are ready to fire. And point-blank range phasers. Ooh, beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it. Love every moment of it. It was absolutely wonderful. Let's set you to fire on my command.
You have weapons control.
Thank you. So he's going to fire only on my command. We'll basically just completely spam this guy. Although the fighters might just do the job for us. They're only Hawks, which means they're incredibly weak. They only have, I think it's just a single phaser 3. It might be more than that, but I'm pretty sure the Hawks are like almost nothing on board. They don't have photon torpedo launchers. They don't have missile launchers, which is something that they really should. Not the Hawks, but you know, they should bring the versions that are better. And if there is a way to change that, someone let me know so we can like pretty much just beef up all the AI fighters. Okay, you hit me. You hit me from a range of 56, which is pretty good. Now it is Romulan built, so it will of course have problems. The goal of this salvo is to invite him to Wild Weasel. Because after that, I'm going to order everything fired into him, and that ought to kill him. He's fired his point defense systems. Wow! That was a pretty good long-range fire shot. Okay, you're dead. And now, Mervs are out of ammunition. Firing normal missiles. Stand by to fire more. Poor fighters. Too close, my friend. I guess not. So a bit of a wasted amount of firepower. We'll give you weapons control back. There's really no point in saving it. Incoming missile fire. We will add our own missile fire to this. Not that we have much ammunition left. We're down to just the B-racks. Okay, when I said not much ammunition left, I lied. Where did our missiles go? They seem to have disappeared. Oh, well maybe you disappeared actually. Slow down to normal time. Reduce speed. We're just going to drift on to a stop here. All weapons select. Are you going to decloak? Come on now, decloak. You can do it. I believe in you. There he comes! Fire as well. Why can you not fire? Is he out of ammunition? He might be. That would suck. No, according to the readouts, it doesn't matter. We've managed to take out the shipyard. And with that, that will capture this planet as well. So, excellent work on that. Let's see how many points we got for that. 450. Will that pay for the missiles? We did take the planet. We do have a direct supply chain back home. So that's going to wrap it up for an episode for today. Doing a lot of great work. Took a station, took a planet, really shoving them into the back corner. There can't be much left of Lyran Star Kingdom at this point. I'm feeling pretty proud about it. I think you should feel pretty proud about it too. We're doing great. Anyway, I've been Derek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment. I'll see you all in the next episode.